Okay, I got one more for you guys. This one is some cool footage from the Blackmagic camera. So check it out. ThrillMouseMoto. Our homeboy Miller hooked it up, and he's actually following us around. Actually, Emily is driving the car, and he's filming, and they're in this little convertible. It's a Celica. It's actually pretty sweet. It looks like it was drone off the lot, and it's like a mid-90s model convertible. But he's hanging out the back and getting us some really cool shots. This is the next thing close to how cool the drone shots we got, because it just looks like an angle that we normally don't have. I mean, no one's really turned around on their Ryker filming us. I'm not even really filmed that much because I'm the one doing the filming. You can see my helmet mount there with my camera, and then my DJI mounted on the handlebars. But look at those views you can see behind us. That's that Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera, and this is some test footage. He was just like, I got it. Haven't really filmed anything like this before yet on it. Let's get out there and shoot. So we did our normal ride going out to Lime Creek that we would do on a Sunday, and got Kevin there with me on his Ryker 900, and then me, if you're not used to the channel, my 2019 Ryker 600 with the Chiquita banana panels. So we come from Oasis, which if you're not in the Austin area, that's just like a little cool restaurant with a sweet view of the lake, and we figured it'd be the perfect place just to stop off, and that's us coming out there and get some cool views. So we grab a drink there, and then we hit it, and this view here, of course, is him out the back of the car filming us, and he's got like a pretty basic like tripod, so we learned from that too. There's actually a point to where toward the end, one of like the bolts come out of it, so the footage gets real artsy at that point. But I definitely snip out the cool parts that aren't too like Blair Witch on us. But since then, this has actually been a while, he's purchased some other stabilizing type tripod for the back. I think he even has like a suction cup thing that is going to stick to the car, so we're really stoked about that, because there's a lot of this footage, even for testing out for the first time, that I like a lot. Kind of like the drone video, which I think I'm dropping before this one, maybe after, so I don't know if you've seen it already, but lots of fun tests. We don't know what we're doing. We're just like, get it while we're going like this. I mean, the turns came out cool, so we definitely do that. He's kind of figured out the whole focusing and stuff too since then, so that's pretty sweet. We like shoot up beside it, we get in front of it, so lots of cool views here. And the day was nice, so the light came out pretty cool. Kevin took some of the footage and did some like color correction too, so I'm liking the way that looks compared to the raw footage. As far as technical stuff on how to use the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera, we have no idea. I know Miller's learned a lot since this shoot here, so if you do have questions about it, you can still put in the comments, and I might be able to get some of them answered, or just look them up myself. I don't have any idea how to use that type of stuff. That's why I'm so blessed that they make the GoPros and the DJI action cameras, because they just do everything. Once you set, how you want the manual light setting and frames per second, then I just go with it. And if it didn't come out good, then I just don't use it. But this here is wild, because the way the lens work on it, I mean, it just looks like you're right behind us. If you were to shoot from there, like even this right here, it looks like he's far away. If you were to shoot that with the GoPro, we would be like ants, even from that distance. And from what I understand, that's just the way the lenses work. So it's cool to get these shots, even when we like run up beside it and things like that, and just being real close to behind the car. So it's pretty sweet. I was going to do it where I took the footage from the front of my helmet and then from the Ryker handlebars. But then I was like, I can just dump it like this and edit it out with just this footage, so it's not kind of going back and forth between the ratio and the resolution and everything. But it might be a cool ride. I haven't really looked at that footage to give you anything on it, but to know if that's something I want to make another video. But there is a funny part where we're driving, and I'm like, how close can I get to the back of this of Emily's car and get a good shot? And I'm like, well, I hope they don't stop or anything. And this squirrel, it's already dead, squirrel shoots out the back, and then it's just, I was too close, so I couldn't react to it. And I mean, I got it good. And that was kind of on the back of my Ryker for a little bit because we were riding real slow. So I have a video where I talk about riding on the highway and keeping like a good following distance that I made like either the same day I shot this or the next day. So I use it as an example. If you're riding too close behind somebody on the highway, you're probably gonna not be able to have enough time to react if like a squirrel shoots out the back or something like that, because that's literally what happened. I think that was the only wild thing that I probably caught on camera with my front camera. So I don't know how eventful it was, but I was kind of curious and looking back to see what we were talking about here, and I couldn't figure it out until a little bit ago. And we were talking about that Porsche, and I was like, Kevin was saying it must be nice to be able to have, you know, while your car is in the shop, to have be able to drive around on a courtesy Porsche like that. And I was like, oh wait, right now doesn't offer that for us when we have our because he has like a wheel issue that's been going on, and we don't want to send our stuff in because then we don't have our Rykers. So it's been a drag. Like even like the wheel nut thing, that's a thing that I have to do. I had an issue with my right front wheel that you probably, if you used to watching the channel and seeing the other videos that I was having, and actually I think it's been corrected since I got my new suspension. So I have the Elka Stage 3 on my Ryker 600, and I haven't really put it to the test. Okay, this right here, I figured out what this was too. There's a guy who crosses the road up there by that overpass, and he has like an electric unicycle thing. So it's almost kind of like a Segway, but it's straight up, just imagine a unicycle, but it's powered, it's electric powered. I think Kevin looked it up so we can see what it was, but it was just kind of cool. And he had it all decked out. He had like this cool like Fox Racing looking Moto helmet and stuff. So we wave at him and I ding the bell, which you might have saw on my hand there. And so that's actually pretty cool. So maybe I will go back on that footage and just make something real quick to kind of show the angle of what we got. And then you can, Emily looking cool in the mirror there. And you can see also Miller hanging out the back and how we filmed it, but super cool. I don't see a lot of footage like this unless it's like a commercial or something for the Ryker. So it was cool to get it out and show you guys a whole nother way. But thanks for watching. And like I said, major props for Miller and Emily for hooking it up. It was a fun day to be filming. Got more stuff coming. We still have that whole New Mexico, White Sands, New Mexico stuff. We actually go to Zarate, the Steelworks metal shop, have a whole interview with them, get to watch how some stuff's made. I appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing, guys. Did you see that squirrel?
Oh, yeah.
I hit it right with that tire. I was like, it's too late. Oh! I'm surprised it didn't shoot out at you.
I mean, I'd rather it be dead already.
Yeah. And then you don't feel guilty. I'm just glad I wasn't a skunk. Yeah, it just would have been Kevin behind me, so.